coming back as our countdown continues.
Good afternoon / good evening, depending on where folks are at. If you're on my coast, it is beautiful outside, man. I'm looking out this window right now. It's super warm. I just came back from hanging out in the Mission District, which was beautiful, and then, running some errands and doing my thing. So greetings from California. In a little bit, we will be joined by an East Coaster. I have no idea how the weather is there, and we know how toy talk and weather talk are fully compatible, so we'll find out once Yimbo joins us. He is currently busy. Part of it is the food thing. It's actually not that, as I left a comment in the live chat. A lot of it is more family related, and got to take care of business, which I totally get. So anyway, that said, I know he's also cross-streaming this over on the Yimbo Knows Everything channel. It looks different. I've never done this, but he's got that whole vertical thing going, and I'm looking at it on this side, and it looks like you can just about see this in that version. So let this be a lesson to you. Vertical video sucks. No, sorry, I'm an old guy. So anyway, hello to everybody who's joining us today. We are going to do this, twofer toy talk thing on a Sunday. It's a busy Sunday. Hopefully early this morning you were at the Saturday Morning Toy Collector channel to watch the latest episode of The Tribe, which is a show all about animal warriors of the kingdom. So shout out to Mark and Brian and Jeff who were on this morning. That was dope. And we'll kind of recap a little bit about what they covered, because there's been a lot of awesome AWOC updates. So we'll get to that in a little bit. And then after that, there was probably Allison Troy, Retro Toy Princess, where she and Adam from Battle Ram blog did some Motu talk and coloring, which was awesome. And then Adam, highly articulated, different Adam. Congrats to him who he hit his 1,000K subs big goal this week. And so congrats to the homie. And I believe he gave away some stuff. So congrats. Oh, there you go. See, Ray's saying, yeah, he won some stuff. And he says, can I send you the address where Adam's is? Sure, you do that. And then, we pass notes along. So I'm still again, if you're watching vertical video, it's fascinating because the way I set up my stuff, you're seeing about this much. So that's because I might be naked from here down. Oh, maybe not. But anyway, welcome to the Brick Something channel, everybody, whoever's watching. Then after that, I'm not done, Travis, because I see you in here. After this channel, after this show, the Brick Something News. Sorry, where do we end up? Yeah, highly articulated. Then we bled right into here, man, on this beautiful Martin Luther King Jr. Weekend. And then shortly, right after this show ends, and we're going to end a little bit early in about an hour, because then we got to transition and do some reviewing of everything, some toy talk over on Yimbo Reviews Everything, and we'll do that. So as promised, it's not just me today. It's a twofer. It's me and a fellow toy educator who I see. He's fixing his hair right now. He's checking his beard. Oh, there's a finger in the nose. There it is. And here he comes.
I hope I don't let any pizza in my teeth. Hello, Brick. What's up, man? Hi.
Pizza? Is this fully turtle? Are you getting into turtle talk mode? Is that what's going on with the?
Yeah, that was. We had no food in the house, so we felt bad. We had to order dinner. It wasn't it's not stuff was super crazy, but we still felt bad having somebody come out. But we needed food, so yeah, we crushed some pizza. It was good. It was good. So
That's family life, man. No, I totally get it. We, just sharing with the folks my boring life. No, we got to hang out in the Mission District. I don't know if you're familiar with San Francisco neighborhoods, but that was cool. Had some errands to do and checked out the zine shop. Did the Whole Food thing, so I'm
Nice.
socked over here. So
all right, well there you go. That's tomorrow. My wife is off. I have work. I have teacher day.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know.
Hold on a second. See, when you and I planned this whole thing, I was like, cool, who cares? We'll just stream all day because no work tomorrow. So
Right. No, I do. I do. I have work. I was just like, oh yeah. Then I didn't because you were so excited. I didn't want to be that guy. It's like, well, actually. But as you know, and this is what I feel like, and it's no knock. Just like I don't know the inner workings of other professions. Other adults don't know that like it's a breeze. A day working with just adults.
Compared to with students,
compared to a daily our daily job
for the folks.
I'm like, oh, this is every time we have a in service. I'm just like, oh, this is what other people do. Okay. Well.
And if you didn't catch that, folks, sometimes districts will do a thing where instead of a holiday, which I still think is really weird, that they're not giving you Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
I agree.
But no students, the kids get it off, but the teachers go in and what are you doing? Like a bunch of professional development and lovely talk about rubrics and
all of those things. So yeah, as you know.
Okay, well, I'm sorry for that. We'll pause on that because
it's okay.
That's a whole day away. We'll talk toys today.
Like I said, I could focus on data. I'm not getting asked, a million different questions over the course of 40 minutes. So I'm good.
And so it took me a while when I logged in and I saw that vertical video thing. This is my first time doing it.
Yeah.
You can see it, right? So this is how anti-vertical video apparently I am.
Yeah.
The way I've designed my stuff makes it like clearly next to impossible for it to look anywhere decent. So if you're curious, go hop on that stream. It's literally like old school Western cinema.
Yeah,
maybe, like spaghetti.
At least my hair's looking all right.
Expectation. The panoramas.
Yeah.
Anyways, welcome to the channel. Let's go quickly say hello to the folks who are hanging out with us today, and then let's you and I do some toy talk because you and I have been talking about this. I think since Legion's Con 2024.
Yeah, I know. So, it's been a while. So this is good. Trust me, I get that too. Especially even when you have a consistent weekly stream, there's just so many cool people out there that when you get to run into it, you're like, oh, I can't wait. And then then again, we all have our lives and scheduling and. I get it.
But I'm happy when it works out.
Yeah, of course, for sure.
And we've got folks here. We got Jordan from Canada. What's going on, man?
What's up, Jordan?
Super supportive, dude. Look at that hashtag. TPC and the Toy Daddies. What's going on, man? The Kiwi Collector is here,
what's up,
and
Kiwi?
he was here first. So him and Jordan can duke it out. What's going on, Ray Paz? Good to see you. Brick saying hi to Brick. Hi to Yimbo, but no hi to Yick or to Brimbo, but that's all right. Larry, hey
Larry.
He didn't say among the two favorite. Apparently you and I are the two favorites. That's
love
sweet.
you, Larry. That's awesome.
Nice of you to say that. Justin B, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Happy Sunday to everybody indeed. Hoi, Erwin, this guy. While I was in the mission, I was at this cool zine shop, which I love. Super inspiring, great art, books, everything. And I was like, hey, Erwin, do you know this place? They should be selling your stuff. Hit him up, man.
Do they sell him or not? Do they sell his stuff? He's got to get in there. There we go.
No, they don't. Like you gotta, yeah. We gotta get that NorCal love. Guy Jin, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Love this guy. Catch this guy on Wednesday nights. Josh Brown Toys, what's going on?
Hey,
super supportive. He was all over his account, putting your face, my face, all our faces.
Yeah, he's got some new drops too. His Frankenstein.
He does. Let's make me take a look at those.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Ryan Clark is here. What's going on, man?
Ryan
I just learned today that Mr. Ryan Clark, I think, used to own a comic book store. Is that right, Ryan?
Ooh.
This guy was talking AWOC this morning. Awesome to see Brian. Spaded One McDysentery. Always bringing up those.
Ooh, I gotta tell him. I like to respond to YouTube comments like during lives, and then I'll get to like the engagement. But like, so Spaded One gave me the greatest comment. I posted a silly little like custom I was excited about, and he recommended Mezco hands, and they work beautifully. So thank you. I appreciate it. I'll show that. I have an assortment of just. I'm all over the place
Stuff?
with toys. Yeah, just I didn't know where the conversations would go today. So
No, well, I mean, we may look at toys, we look at stuff online, but I would love that because you review everything, and that's how my brain goes. Like I'm open to everything, which can be dangerous. Oh yeah, thank you, Travis. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so we do this, then at 5 we switch over to Yimbo Reviews Everything, but then, and I think maybe some overlap. You all should check out also, or consider checking out on the replay. The Toilet Takeover. They're taking over Hella Dope's slot, so they'll be doing Sunday nights because apparently they have zero respect for your show and my show, and that's just the way that Travis and Ed on.
Listen, it's the whole. There's no actual TV guide, so I've made peace over the years. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, just kidding. I love the Toilet Takeover. Go check them out. This guy,
Johnny Cock, what's up, man? Love you, Johnny.
Cock is here. Ray, what's going on? Good to see you always, Ray. Brian Endless Fables is here. Man, this is the warm, friendly comments are just really appreciated.
Well, that's why this has been too long in the making, because our worlds, like, we've already intersected them in person, but now online, and again, it's just bringing really awesome people together. So yeah,
totally.
Come into
I love seeing you guys at
Yeah, it's so nice.
I love seeing you guys at Legion's Con 20. I was like I didn't know you guys much at all, but I'd seen you and chatted. But it was just like, oh my god, super warm, and we're talking, and me and No Chewing, and we're Chris having commentary about people judging us by our sizes and being surprised.
Well, we're gonna get to hang out with Chewy later, so he's gonna be joining us this evening. So
dude.
It's always so
I love him, man. I love the surprisingly tall anyways.
Yes, he's good backup.
¿Qué pasó, Gabriel? Good to see you. Gabriel built once. That's a new addition. Doombot is here, and I think maybe that's not it at all. JMax77 is here. Good to see you always. And Nolan, I was wondering, what's up, Nolan? Ray beat you to it. Hello, Nolan. This guy, I'm with this guy, team widescreen. But again, if you're watching on vertical video, he's about this small and I'm about this. It's really funny. It's like binoculars. Wait, can you align it so that like I see the bottom of your mouth and the top of my head? And
now look, on the big side, it's junk. It's all Deadpool junk.
That's I don't know about this StreamYard. I don't think StreamYard really planned out that feature too well. Gady's Toys is here. Oh, man, we're dashing now. Man, we should just hang out here and get compliments. What's up, Jamelin Parks?
What's up, Jamelin?
Good to see you. And Sinopa Kienmas. I think that's it. Sorry if I missed anyone. Raceland Zero is here. Good to see you. See what this is all Yimbos, people. I'm just like, man, this is way more people. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you to everybody who watches that. Here we go. Can you help? I'm going to give it a shot. Do you know? Is it pronounced Tiv Rain Bonds, or is it like thank you V Rain Bonds, or what's going on with this one?
That's a good question. I don't know, but I always like to tell people spell it out phonetically. I always want to get names right. So yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's what I was going to say. As a teacher,
that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be, De Nietzsche and Aaron about it.
No, I'm very much the it's a person's name. I want to get it right. I want to. It's your name.
So we're trying Tivrain Bonds, Skibbity, and let us know if we're butchering it. Rowdy Riles is here. Hello, Rowdy. Hope you've been having fun with God of War. Seeing you playing. Josh Brown Toys is here. And as a parent, we definitely love when the kids are out and we still have to work. Yeah. That's oftentimes what parents actually mean when they say thank you for your service. They're like, thank you for taking care of my kids. So
yes.
They're out of my head. Rick Jones, what's
Rick?
going on? And gosh, and on. This is fantastic. Thank you everybody for watching. Sharon Cash, good to see you. Solo Sinner, always great to see you, sir. And this guy, Machu.
What's a Machu toy?
Is that like a macho toy?
Yeah,
That's like a wrestling reference I kind of actually get.
Yeah,
I'm not a wrestling guy, but
that's it.
that's
That's all you need to know. You got it.
That's my
Snap
old
into a Slim Jim.
Good. Snap into a Slim Jim. Oh yeah. I still remember that one. Speaking of Sunday greats, Retro Toy Princess. Allison
that is the current citizen of the month of Yimbonia. Hi there. Hi, Allison.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There you go.
Hello, Allison. Well done. I appreciate your citizenship. Chaos to the Fly is here, and on and on and on. And I really apologize. I don't. Oh no, wait. Here, this guy, highly articulated. Have you guys heard of Mesco? They make amazing figures. He has unlocked a whole world with. Look at that. They make amazing crotches, apparently. And congrats again, highly articulated on 1,000 subs.
Yeah, right. Congrats on it. It's awesome, man.
We're going to talk toys today. We're going to spend a little bit of time here. We'll do some news. As folks may or may not know, if you're not familiar, it's news is actually an acronym for this garbage, which is like fancy speak for we'll just talk whatever. Like I hang out with a nerdy buddy and it's just like, hey, check this out. What do you think of this? Oh, you check this out. And sometimes it's newsworthy or recent. Sometimes it's not. So
fair. You
just want to hang out with some people talking geeky things. You're in the right place. So does that work for you, Yimbo?
That works for me, man. That's why I have a random assortment
of toys.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's start there. Like, give us a sense of because you say Yimbo reviews everything, and I also know recently you've also been like, does it mean that I have to buy everything? You've been in that sort of spot. So how do you sort of create some kind of limits or some for you as a highly paid school teacher? How do you create limits for your toy collecting habits?
Well, I'm bad about like I don't like looking at the hard numbers. Like Chewy's that guy. It makes me
I don't
makes
know
my stomach
how he does
hurt.
that.
So I don't. I'm more of all right, good. I got a couple figures out on eBay. I could treat myself. Like I'm kind of that way. But that hasn't really served me all that well. Like last year there was just so many good legends. It's just in general, like I mean this is now a whole journey, right? Like building this collection that I have has really taken place over the last 6 years. Like I had toys, but in my journey it was part of like I sold off a lot of old Toy Biz legends and Spider-Man classics and things that ultimately funded a lot of my Mezco purchases early on. You know, so I've always collected, but in terms of getting them out of the box and displaying them and then photographing them, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, last year I went a little crazy on legends. This year I am really just I know myself. I have bad willpower when it comes to things I really love. So I have to sometimes be an all or nothing kind of guy. So while it's not nothing, like I finally did make my first couple of like toy buys this year. I'm trying to tell myself like no,
it's been,
like
what,
I'm just
2
saying
weeks?
no. It's been 2 weeks. I told my mom after the first. She's like, it's been a week. I'm like, it's called an addiction. Like I don't know what to. I was like this. I'm like, Mom, like you have no idea what it's like. There was the time. There was boxes every day. Then I got it down to like a weekly, and now it's less than maybe once a month. I can get something in. Well, I guess it depends. It depends on pre-orders and all the other stuff. But I'm trying very hard to make 2026 focusing on enjoyment of what I have as opposed to the consumption and overconsumption. Because I know I'm guilty of it. I overconsume. You have to be self-aware. You have to be self-aware. That's like the whole thing with this.
You really do. And, again, we are both educators, and I don't know what your partner does, but guess what? My wife's an educator, too, so she's fifth grade.
Same. Mine is an elementary counselor. So.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
So, New York Public Schools? Is that right? No. Are you
New
in?
Jersey.
Jersey. Jersey Public Schools, I'm assuming. Public schools?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Always public. Come on.
Right on. Just saying, just checking.
Hey, power to the people.
We are damn straight. Happy MLK Jr. Day. a weekend. So my wife and I, we do our thing, and we're at that age where this is my 50th year trip around the sun, essentially. August 14th will be that 50th. So, I got to think about, I got a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old. I got things to pay for, right?
Yes.
We have things
college looming, if that's in their future, whatever. Post high school.
Retirement.
Something.
Dude, retirement.
You have that too. I know.
Yes, that's what I'm. So anyways, I'm thinking about all that stuff, and I'm in the exact same mode as you. It's like, oh man, okay, 2025, as people have been pointing out while you and I have been chatting. Where was that? Was that Justin? 2025 was a loaded year for like all sorts of. So you mentioned Legends.
I said it was my
great thing,
dude. After when I hit winter break, I love end of the year lists, and I was on a rampage. My kids are old enough where like I could sneak down and record for a half hour and then kind of edit throughout the day. And I had so much fun, and it was so difficult, but in the best way. It was an amazing year of action figures. That's just, it was awesome. It was so many good things.
So over on this end of things, like I actually, even though I was like a lifelong Marvel comic book fan, and then now MCU and everything else that's come out since then, I actually, in my modern day collecting, I don't do a lot of actual like comic book stuff. I'm really into the indie stuff. And so that opens a whole other can of worms. I know that you and I are going to spend some time talking about some LingJiHun Turtles. But, I kind of wanted to talk about Mety toys and everything that's come from them as an example of this era. So there's, some of the things we'll talk about in a little bit, like the indie stuff just adds to the mix of like, because it's not like, oh, that's independent stuff or small company stuff, and it's just not as good as this. It's like oftentimes the other way around. Oh, yeah. It's like, oh my God, they're doing things that are just like, wow, they move a certain way. The plastics they use are amazing. The pop and swap ability is just like, whoa.
I mean,
so
if you don't mind,
that's where I'm in trouble.
I was going to shout out like Skeletron blew me away. The red shadows.
Do you have some of those figures?
I do. They're over on. I gotta go grab them.
I should say. Do you have all of them, or what's your? Are you getting like the big ones and the small ones?
Right now, I have I have one of each of the 6-inch guys, and now I'm contemplating. Larry's Geeky World knows like my next big toy purchase. I've marked as like the Robo Skull because it's awesome. Like it's ridiculous.
It's incredible.
But
it's
those figures
for a brand new company to do something that cool at the same time as releasing brand new figures, really. And
those figures, for because obviously I like to dabble. I like to see what new toy lines. I'm always curious about engineering, how something feels, and I was just blown out of the water with that quality is right up there instantly. Like out of the gate, I was like, oh, this could be swapped out with. And I'll Valaverse, Operation Monster 4. It was instantly in that Joe's, like the feel of the plastic and the Joe, and then again the offering it as a whole. So it's great. It's a toy. This has been a wonderful toy renaissance that we've been continuing to ride.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, that is a lot of what I tend to traffic here. Although I look at everything, and it really depends on like who the guest is. But I will say my Marvel Legends fix comes from my brother. My brother has been collecting Legends since Toy Biz, and he and I both were buying the old original Marvel figs from Toy Biz. So I still got those things back in the day. He and I as kids, we were doing like Kenner, Star Wars, and G.I. Joe. So all that stuff is there. And so it's not at all because I don't love that stuff. I absolutely do.
Sure.
But again, I have limits, right? And I've already sort of blown the money I should have been putting on retirement on Lego stuff. So when I started doing action figures, not right around the same time as you, in terms of like 112, I was just really intrigued by this thing called Four Horsemen and what they were doing. I was like, wait, so it's possible to make toys that aren't, a massive IP that everybody knows, right? So that's possible. And you don't even have to go to a store. Like you can actually run a successful company and pull something out of your own brain, create a whole new thing, and people are actually interested so much so that they don't have to find it at Target. They'll search for it on the internet. And that's kind of where I find myself. But the problem is, as you say, that toy renaissance is that they're everywhere. Like,
I know.
And they're all good. Like there's all these things coming. Like this year alone, I'm already staring at about 3 or 4 Kickstarters that I know are going to happen. And I look at them and I'm like, oh, eventually maybe, you know, I can just calm down. But I'm like, they're all really good. They all really interest me. And like you said, I have that stupid educator or weird thinking brain that's like, well, I need to understand. I need to experience and understand this thing, right? I can't ignore it. Anyway, this is the danger. And when you were talking about limits earlier, I totally thought in my brain, it's like, see, that's the problem. You got to stop hanging out with Machu, because I think Machu distills it right here. So on the one hand, right, you've got Chewie on one side, and then he's got him. He says, I feel like Chewie's the angel on one shoulder, and then he's the other shoulder. This guy. Yeah, because he's so great at dabbling and experiencing everything, telling you how like you need this figure and how you can buy this other figure. And
usually gets it quick too, so he's got gets privy to some of the early unboxing shots and his posing, and I'm like, oh man, like all right, I guess I'm gonna get that now.
Respect, Machu. And then so every now and then, by the way, I keep looking over. Are you looking over? Because it really is. I think maybe I see the top sign of your Dio in your on the mobile. That's what too much.
Oh yeah,
new toys is. So sorry, dude. I am. I'm again a widescreen dude. So that's all, Yimbo.
What if if we
no shade, but not my thing. Here. Yeah, I don't know. Is there maybe this there?
Oh, there we go. Help?
But see, like, if you know, you're an art teacher, is that right?
No, so I'm ELA and mass media.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who am I thinking of? Maybe Lago. But anyway,
Lago's art.
Okay. Because I spend a lot of time, if folks can't tell, designing ish for a particular way, and so. So sorry, too much new toys. And,
you can zoom us back in. It's all good.
Because we're gonna get out of here. Let's actually look at some stuff. So let's talk indie toys to kind of reach that point, to kind of build on the point I was trying to make. And let's see, I'll go like that. And here we go. So I mentioned Four Horsemen, and I know you and I got to actually sit down and physically say hello, give each other hugs and talk at Legion's Con 2024. I missed 2025, but at 2024...
You were missed, by the way. Yeah, that was... Your name came up with us. I appreciate that. We said that a few different... Like, just so you know.
I appreciate that. But they are doing something amazing. And for all intent and purpose, as far as like indie toys go and toys in general, Four Horsemen have been involved in this game for so long. They, while working at McFarlane Toys, truly helped like pioneer the idea of like grown-ass men buying toys and targeting old people. And I say men in particular because that's how McFarlane thinks. I'm not leaving the women out. But that was their approach, right? Like, and so they started there really trying to create toys that adult collectors would be into. And their career's taken them to the point of like working with Mattel on some retail toys as well, and Hasbro. But then they started this. And I just, fast forward to now, man, within the last 3 years, they've gone from one main toy line, which is Mythic Legions, to giving a name to that thing that they, we got Krampus and didn't know what it was, but they said, no, this is actually another line called Figure Obscura.
Right.
And then they're like, and then, hey, Cosmic Legions. And then, hey, at that G-Con that you and I were at in 2024, they're like, oh yeah, we're going to do Infinite Legions. We're going to do Legacies of Mythos. We're going to do special, like all sorts of like just new things on their plate. And then the last couple of years, they got Graveyard, Skeletons and whatever.
Yeah.
The point is, it's complicated. And so the way you buy toys through them is they'll do like a big reveal. Hey, this is our new offering. We, the Four Horsemen, are going to put it up on our site, generally speaking, for the main stuff for like a month. You can pre-order through us directly for a discount. And then after that, retailers have it. And so you're actually paying for figures usually like a year to 2 years, sometimes 3 years in advance. And then one day you get a lucky notification, giant box shows up and you're like, woo.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing here is them doing an update this week on like, hey, these are the things that are coming in and where things are at. Were you able to see this, or does this come up on your radar?
I do. Yeah, I was very excited because that bear and He-Man looking barbarian dude, I've been waiting for a long time. So I'm very excited. I can't wait. So yeah.
God, that would have been since Legion's Con maybe 23, I want to say. That might have been the big wave. Folks can correct me.
Yeah, because that would have been the one, and then it was Dragon Year, and then it was this yeah.
So that's 3 years that folks have been waiting. And so part of the conversation, because then after this we'll talk AWOC. So there have been like some waits, and that's kind of like the downside maybe of not sending stuff to your Walmarts or your Targets is that stuff doesn't prop up all, randomly throughout the year, and you have to know what to do. How do you feel about that as compared to, just going down the street and getting a thing every couple of months?
Well, that's part of this year is cutting down on pre-orders, like it's, that's been a thing that, we've all done. And I don't know. I'm not really going into 2026, personally thrilled of the idea of putting out full blown, if there's some unknown amount of time or whatever it is. So like, I'm definitely in a universe will decide for me. Like especially with like Mezco. I love the stuff. I waited for Deadpool until and then finally I was like, you know what? All right. So enough reviews. I'm going to pick up Deadpool. I'm going to do the same thing with Hugh Jackman with Wolverine, it's about to come out. So and even with Horseman, like I've done both things. I've purchased from them directly, like online at cons, shows, all that stuff. So for me, I'm lucky. I'm right here. Like I can see them in the next couple of weeks at ZoloCon if I go, So with pre-ordering, I am now like, that's kind of my last one with them for a while. I'm going to just kind of pick stuff up when I see them. You
East Coast bastard.
I know, but I'm lucky.
You're right.
That is
You're lucky.
Full blown.
You have access to those. Yeah. No, I'm just, that's just straight up West Coast jealousy. But you're right. You've got ZoloCon. You've got all these places where they show up. And at least back in the day, there was a pretty good discount to doing that. The show prices were pretty low. Now they're kind of on par with their retail prices. But what about this? Adam's asking, but if you don't order, how will you deal with the FOMO when you miss out on something?
The FOMO's tough. The way I deal with FOMO, in all honesty, is I usually try, if it's a particular character, I will probably already own a version of it. So, for instance, LPZZ Arkham Batman. I'm like feeling the FOMO. Oh, I should have put an order in. Oh no, let me go get my Reveltech. And just to mess with the figure of the look, and all right, I didn't really need to get the next one. All right, and then I could hold off. But I did pre-order but then I'm still, this is a work in progress. My 2 pre-orders this year so far were the Gong Studios Superman, the Hush Superman, because I love the Batman, and the LPZZ Hush, which I have a Hush, but it looks different and I don't know. Maybe he'll play better with my Legends. It's a sickness.
It is. It's funny you say that. That's actually been my phrase so far. It's a sickness. It's a sickness. And then here you got this guy on one shoulder say, "No, Yimbo, you need that LPZ."
I know, right? And that's why,
And then there's this guy on your other shoulder, give the voice of reason. But how often do you completely miss out on a figure due to not pre-ordering? So you guys stop giving Yimbo whiplash and just make his life easier.
Right, but that's what it's tough because they're all everything is awesome to whatever level of other. They've action figures. These companies have achieved we know we're gonna dig it, and then it's just a matter of what surprises us, what's great. Hopefully, it's what we've envisioned. All of those things.
Well, with the Four Horsemen, I do
yes.
appreciate the way they communicate, and as somebody
Yeah.
who is supporting and helping out with Spiro
Mhm.
Toys with Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, specifically around this, like how do you communicate this stuff to people, and how do you make sure they know what's going on? Because again, it's different. You don't just
Right.
go to your Target and buy, and they readily stocked Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. You don't.
Sure.
And so if you're like, I saw them talking about on Kickstarter, I backed that and like, where's the figures? I 100% sympathize and understand how it could be an adjustment for a lot of folks who aren't really familiar with this sort of deal. So
and Brick, I'll throw out too, because one of the things with for me with like a lack of pre-ordering for Horseman, just again proximity. One of the things, and this has been now at least for the last maybe even last year, but definitely for me, in cutting back and really deciding where I want, like, where will my money have an impact? And it's in more in the smaller creators, independent dial makers, all that type of stuff. So again, we're helping people and smaller people trying to reach their dreams. So
100%.
I will absolutely pre-ordering, like I'll back a Kickstarter. I'll do that type of, that's money that is serving a greater good. Like I could be cool with that money being out there, you know what I mean, out of pocket. So for the record,
fair. I love
it's
that you
like,
said that. Yeah. So you're really talking about, I gotcha. I hear that. And no, I appreciate that because it is exciting, because a lot of these folks who are, you talk about supporting someone's dream. Again, based on what's been happening in the sort of toy making landscape, especially the independents and startups, is that they're usually fans of a thing and toys. So they understand toys and they want to make the best toy possible.
Right.
And so I think it's fully worth supporting, because really we are in a point where you got your Hasbros, your Mattels, who can't ignore what's been happening, because all of their customers are pretty, more and more becoming aware of how good toys can be from all these other folks. Right. So, it is nice to support. So I'm glad to hear that. And I look at this list, right? So they put out this list a couple of days ago. And so I find that I am able to sort of skip on things. So like the retailer wave, I got 0 of those figures, which are coming soon. But then I'm all in on Mythic Legion's Rising Suns, and I'm all in on Cosmic Legion's Ox Crew. So those are going to be big boxes of toys.
Nice.
I thought I was only buying one figure of this Infinite Legions, but they surprised, and here's the second one. And, I got them both.
Fair enough.
Ashes of Agbenter. I picked and choose on this one. So I think I only got like 3 maybe. Completely skipped out on for me. Paused on the zombies and skeletons. I might have already gotten both of these guys already. But what makes you feel good at the end is, like, for me at least, I had to pass on Baythir completely. So, like, it's about the picking and choosing.
For sure.
It doesn't mean these things aren't great. Man, if I could, I'd get it all.
But I don't have a dragon coming. I would have loved it, but space, money, so it always comes down.
We'll be dragging
one of those
together,
or both of those,
friend. I'm holding out for like an actual living Lockheed someday, but no Baythir for me. Anyway, I love this because as someone who's been sort of, I've spent a lot of money in my lifetime on Hasbro and Kenner and Mattel. So I love being able to contribute to this sort of movement, if you will, that's been happening the last 10 years or so. Four Horsemen being truly like a leader in that and kind of showing how it's done. So all these street dates and everything and the release dates, I'm down with it. As far as waiting, I'm good. Like I'm old enough to be patient. And it is what it is.
It's just, I'm excited that I'm getting close. It sounds like you're getting close too. It's just nice when those things are coming in and it's like mentally checking that box. Like, all right, good. Yep. Okay. It's arrived safely.
Yeah.
It's here. Like, there's a couple things out there for me too, that I'm just like, ooh, I can't wait. Like I got that, the ramen, big sewer. That's so, I don't have any space for it. I don't know where the hell I'm going to put it.
You didn't get a dragon, but you got a big old sewer. So.
That was part of that time frame. And I went sewer for the, So
but
I gotta figure out what the
hell
hell to do. Yeah.
But that's like turtles. No, I 100% get it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I love this. I love folks dropping the knowledge. Fun fact, the Mythic Legion's heads fit perfectly on the Adam Blank body neck adapter. Easy, big guy to customize. Because then it's like we find all sorts of new and creative ways to spend more.
Right. Naturally.
It's like, I don't buy Legion's figures, but I have an Adam, so I have to buy Legion's figure. What's going on, son of a crayons thing?
I once bought a Mythic Legion figure just to do a Dork Lair Odious idea. He had dressed Odious in like Jedi garb, and it was from a Mythic Legion wizard. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that too.
Well done, Bill. And Wade, you hear that? You owe Bill a check. I also love this. That explained why that didn't land. But thank you. No chewing. That's okay. But anyway, again, back to the Horsemen. Shout out for their communication. And I will say, in my role of supporting Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, part of like, actually, let me pause on that.
Yeah.
I will just throw this out there. They're expanding. If folks haven't done so, look out for the next couple months. They're going to be launching their Mythic Legions, the role-playing game Kickstarter. They were just at a show this weekend that was all like gaming centric, showing off their stuff. And I'm so excited for them because I really do think they're going to unlock a whole new batch of folks who for the longest time I've wondered, like, where are the D&D folks? And they really need to know about this line. Because so again, shout out. They're showing us how it's done, how we can actually see new IP, new interesting creative things in the 21st century. So anyway, that's all.
It's hitting a good, like, depending on how soon is it launching? It says launching soon. Is it like within the next?
I think it's in the next couple months. Like, I'm sorry, weeks. In the next couple. I'm just thinking it would be, for some reason it was first quarter, but that's the way they've been talking about it and drumming it up.
Yeah, after but post Stranger Things, this is the time, the iron is hot.
Right. Yeah, totally. I think this is great stuff. There's figures associated with this, so please, the way Kickstarter works, folks, it's just like mine and Yimbo's channel. When people hit like and subscribe and notification, that is good for you and good for us, but it also helps the algorithm sort of realize, oh, people are interested in this and spread it. Same goes for going here and then doing like the, watch now or follow now. I forget what the terminology is for Mythic Legions. But all of that stuff, if you're new to the show, will be in that. There's like a URL going across the bottom there, and there's a QR code. That way, or one of the ways. Follow that, and at the end of the show, probably after hanging out with Yimbo tonight, I will have all the links there. So you can go check out the stuff yourself, go follow it, and tell the folks hello. Okay, enough of that. There's Kickstarter. Let's move over to another Kickstarter by Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. That's these guys here, if you're unfamiliar. Shout out Spiro, and I'm going to sort of shill. Because look, that's actually me. And I do help out with the Kickstarter in particular, trying to figure out how to communicate this stuff. And it's not an easy thing. We're all kind of learning. It's basically me, Adam, and Jason, like going like, how do we do this? How do we manage this? How do we communicate stuff? But first and foremost, there was an update this week, and fully acknowledge that, man, we are like, it's been a long time. I think this thing ended in March of 24, maybe. And the hope was that we'd see some figures last year. And because of a bunch of reasons that are all spelled out here, but you should definitely read from this guy, Adam Drake, who really broke it down. And, we're not hiding behind the idea that it's taken a long time. We know. The thing people need to realize is, I think people do realize, but just to consider when they're reacting. See, this is a teacher in me like that. Let's pause and consider a response rather than a reaction.
You can feel your feelings, but it's how we react to them.
But I totally get, like, folks are like we were talking about, you pre-order a thing and it's been a couple of years. But we laid out the sort of current outlook for 2026, and like the Four Horsemen stuff, I think 2026 is gonna be a good year for, if you're a person who has pre-ordered stuff, make room on your shelves. If you're like me, who's pre-ordered Four Horsemen and Spiro stuff, make a lot of room on your shelves, because we're going to be seeing some stuff. And I will say working with Spiro has been super educational in terms of like understanding how challenging it truly is to get this stuff done. Like, I feel like all the design stuff on your home team's end, and paint masters, all of that stuff is super manageable. It's then when you have to deal with overseas with a number of factories that have been making action figures for a long time and have the expertise, but there's a finite number of them. And as we've established, there have been more and more and more new action figure companies, along with Hasbro and Mattel, who have huge numbers. And so you're all like in the same game, competing for time on the press. It's not a press, but the time in the factory. Like, hey, okay, it's our turn. And we've seen delays, changes in schedules that are beyond our control. And I hope people understand that. And I know it sounds like a broken record, but between that and then people getting skittish around tariff stuff and other people kind of, I don't know, it just caused a lot of chaos. And so here we are. Not much to say other than this is where we're at. We swear, like, I think there's been some concern from some folks, like, we have no faith, or some people are saying, like, we have little faith, or we're losing faith that you're going to be able to do this. Like, I don't, there's zero reason to believe that. And I understand you feel that way, but there's no basis to.
Right. Especially because you guys, to me, are proven. You've had this as multiple waves that you've, like.
Yeah. And no, 100%. And like, it's not. And so we've tried to share and try to update. And this is not about being defensive. This is just to couch, like, consider that, folks. But also, I totally get it. If you're frustrated, a couple of folks have said, "Yeah, this is my last time pre-ordering. I'm just going to wait till they're in retail." 100%. This whole notion of being like Yimbo and myself and being like, "Oh, we understand. We want to back this and we want to help make this happen." Because as I've emphasized, there's no way in this Kickstarter, we went from essentially having figs in people's hands in 2023 of $1. And then the year after that, they got the second gorilla, and those were $2. And there was a lot of sort of like reuse to make the line. With this thing, we unlocked, essentially, we helped through the help of fans, got the capital to start unlocking 7 brand new body types, including, these are the first ones that are going to be coming out this quarter. That is the goal. And I think it's a realistic goal. So these big guys, right? And then, there's some in-between waves that, these are done and waiting. A bunch of bits of the brawlers are done and waiting. So we're moving forward. Then we're going to get the reptiles in, whole new body. Then the birds in, whole new body. Then the women in, females, whole new body. Then the speedster. So like, this was no small undertaking. This is like, I'm sure a lot of, even like the big guys like Hasbro and Mattel are like, damn, we wouldn't, well, as a Marvel Legends collector, I know you get frustrated that they're using old bucks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's not what Spiro wants to do. Spiro was like, we want to build out a universe of a variety of stuff, and we want to give people new things, which is, again, an argument for the indies.
Yeah.
Anyways, just wanted to share that update is there. We feel like we've been doing our best to communicate stuff, but if folks have missed stuff or are wondering, please definitely hit us up. But go check out the updates, because I think a lot of people just don't know where to look. Pics of the tooling and sort of the progress, and there's a lot more that's going to be trickled out over the next couple of weeks and updates. So if you want to even just learn how action figures are made, I think it's a super educational place to check out. So
that's cool.
I figured while I have you, since you review everything, and we're going to end up going back to Turtles, a major IP that I feel like majors and indies are making toys of. Let's spend some time celebrating the indies.
Hell yeah.
So next up is the folks, David Silva and the folks at Creative Beast Studios. Are you familiar with the Cyberzoic and the dinosaurs that they do?
I've heard of this. Yes, I think I've maybe briefly seen. Yes, yeah. I will. It'll spark my memory once I see them.
Sure.
But I do know the name.
I don't go for big dragons. I go for less big dragons. So stuff like this, that is just, this was my favorite toy of 2025, even though I'm too unable to actually make a video. But same thing, man. I love following these guys because they'll break down like, this is what we do. This is how a toy is made. You know, this is what's made things faster, slower. You get to see all the pieces, and it's a super educational piece, right? I don't get enough from Hasbro and Mattel explaining that kind of thing to me, and I like this. I like this world
I do
we're
too.
living in.
Yeah.
Check that out. Like that, for some reason, I'm that kind of nerd who's like excited by a pic of a bunch of parts, random parts in a factory bin, getting ready for sorting and assembly and painting and all that. So shout out to the Creative Beast stuff. I would say if you like Skeletron,
I recognize them from Legion's Con now. Yes.
Yeah.
Did they also do Sabertooths, or they have Velociraptors?
They sure did. Yeah, they did a Smilodon and a bunch of raptors. They do sort of like their scientifically accurate, dinosaurs, as well as now they're sort of like sci-fi line where they're doing the blend, and all of this stuff is killer. So I just wanted to highlight it for folks to like, again, if you're not interested in the indie toy thing, totally get it. Just be aware of what's happening out there, kind of. And it's an opportunity to learn about how the sausage is cooked and all that. So there's another one I got. I love this guy, and this is armor that's gonna go on him once it shows up. Nice. So
all right.
Anyway, again, just as an educational thing, go check it out because it's some of the best paint, the best sculpting, in my opinion. So
yeah. That's the thing. I only have a couple of dinosaurs. I never got these because again, it gets to a point. I'm like, oh, I wish. Part of me does wish I went in a dinosaur collecting route every once in a while. Especially when I see stuff like this, I know.
Yeah. The nice thing is we need to remember is we can't buy everything, and that's okay. Like we live in an age of the internet. So my goal here is not to be I don't want to use the name macho in a negative, but I just did. Not to be macho in this instance and tease you on something you should pay for. Not at all. My goal is like, hey, check this out. And we are sharing, we're coming together, talking about like, do you know about this? Do you know about this? And do you see the awesome quality that's possible? But at the end of the day, I share all this. I like Adam summing up here. Making action figures is really hard, and it is. And if you've ever been in a position of being frustrated maybe by what some of the big folks are presenting you and feeling like they keep raising prices or they're giving you stuff, you're like, but they're not upping their game, I think you should at least be really happy that your Four Horsemen, your Creative Beast Studios, your Spiro Toys, your Savage Crucibles, and on exist. Because I think that's what's actually going to maybe jog them a little bit, because a bunch of us are getting toys and we're like, wow, these are great. I wish blank would do this,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anyway, I know folks are waiting, and I know people are being super patient. So, Ray Paz saying, I'm not losing faith. It's just a long time. And absolutely. Here's Derek Dalzell saying, I jumped all in on a walk. Both Kickstarters, haven't been disappointed. Slightly sad, but understandable. And I think that's 100% totally understandable. And I'll say, as someone who's involved in this thing, both Adam and I and Jason are also incredibly sad. We're like, man, we're supposed to have my giant lion and my giant gorilla now. So, and moving on, but we will get there.
I think it really is just a matter of, I mean, for a lot of the people that might be like us that are pre-order, people that are going to be hardcore, either back at a Kickstarter for action figures or, supporting a pre-order line for somebody like Horseman. Like, we should all know, and we should definitely all know how everything has been messed up since the fall, like in terms of supply chain. So like, we know, and it's sometimes, like I said, when I think of my bear, everyone's sort of go, I just want my bear. But then I go, all right, it'll get here when it gets here. There's other stuff. I'm a squirrel. Like, I get just distract myself. What else can I open real quick?
Yeah.
But it's more out of excitement. So that's good. It is all always out of looking forward to
Answer this for me, though. And not long, but while you're waiting, true or false, you have a bunch of unopened stuff that can hold you over until those new things come in. Is that right?
I don't have. That's why I keep trying to tell myself. Anytime I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get this thing, I'm like, I can go. Like, no, I can open that if I want to open. Okay. I go open something. I have stuff to open.
Yeah, lean on that, because that's what I'm doing too.
Yeah,
it's to the point where it's like, I know I have that, I just don't know where it is. And to quote you, quoting me unknowingly, it's a sickness.
Right. So I have stuff. I always get that because sometimes I know it's just like I want to open a new toy. So it's like, well, if it doesn't matter what it is, then just go pick one of the many I have. There's stuff to open.
Here's the problem. I think you branded yourself into this position. I think Machu's totally right.
Yeah, well, that's true. That was, I mean, like when I first
get those
started,
dinosaurs, damn it. You need to get those dinosaurs.
I know. Well, I have a couple. I have a couple. But that's been my problem.
Yeah.
Like I dabble. And that's where like sometimes I'll shrink. I tried out those Joy Toy turtles. Sometimes I go bigger with Hot Toys, but ultimately 112 is my home, and that's where I'm trying to keep myself this time. Even though I didn't, because this is one of the things I was gonna buy a little odd duck thing that I just had to have that I put over here. Not 112. That was. I'll get into that later.
Mobile Armored Strike Command. I get it. And I love this Gaijin. Yes, I remember being interested in Spirit of Samurai Japanese folklore, which, it's still there. It's very much like in the works. So keep an eye out. More news on that later. But let's go and move on. Let's see what we can get through before you and I switch over to the other show.
Have our commercial break.
Yeah, let me put this on the I told you so kind of thing. So this is on folks' radar. I know if they've been watching this show, but if you're at all interested in sort of fantasy lines that might derive from a completely different culture that's got new and exciting, iconography and visuals and costumes and creatures and weapons, you might want to check out Rise of the Fifth Sun, which is a toy line created by Jason Demon, who a lot of customizers know because he does a lot of great sculpted pieces. But he's doing a line called Rise of the Fifth Sun based on Aztec and Mexica lore. And so these are the first paint masters that we're seeing from that line, and done by, this is the name of the person. I'm forgetting her name, but I'm not going to forget her because I wrote it down. And I'm going to say it because she deserves all her props. This is by Ana Cornelia Escandon, who's doing the painting on this on these figs, and she's also handling her nails. And here's the figure. So this is Huitzilopochtli, a god from Mexica lore that he's sort of, Jason is turning into this action figure line. So in the spirit of both like honoring his sort of heritage and like trying to get this stuff out there, as well as trying to create something new and interesting in fantasy toy lines. Here it is. So is this something, I'm just curious to get a sense of how much the information is out there. Has this been on your radar at all?
It crossed my feed only once, but I did actually, I was like, ooh, and I did see that post previously. I was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So
good to hear.
Yeah. It looks rad. I mean, it looks like it's right up my alley in terms of an action figure and what I would want it to do and all that good stuff. Is that a lower? Is that a lower ball joint on that?
On the waist?
Yeah.
Right here? Yep, it sure is. So a couple of weeks ago, so I've had Jason and Adam Power, aka Iz, on the show twice, and each time Iz was here in my living room. Like, so he was on one camera or whatever, and the last time he brought some of the prototypes, and man, the sculpts on these are fantastic. The plans for movement and everything, and here you can get a sense of what's going on from a 3D printed body. And this is early. Butterfly looks good. I was even commenting like, that's great. I love the back butterfly action. I would love to see a little bit more forward, personally, but regardless, it's a great figure. Like, I say those things, but it's like no way you can ignore that. Just what is there is like above and beyond.
Those are all the cuts. Those are all the spots I would want it to move. Like I'm seeing all the things that I would want from it.
Yeah, it's a great body that will, be reused for the first four characters, which are the sort of the four gods, the suns. Right. But what excites me, look at that. Oh, Yeah. Anyway, I love this stuff. I'm a fan of
Yeah.
this stuff, and this is where I get in trouble. But this is exactly what this show is about. If you're checking it out for the first time, introducing new things, be at least having things on folks' radar. I love it. The blue guy gives you Mumra vibes, and I have no doubt that the people designing Mumra were looking at a lot of this stuff for like Babylonian blue people. I love this too. An Atlantean in 2026 post MCU Namor and everything. I love that the blue. Another brilliant move by the MCU, kind of like taking the Mexica stuff, really the Mayan stuff, and blending it in. But
I saw people were
great stuff,
expressing some nervousness because his one look in one of the teaser trailers, he wasn't covered in his decorative attire, and it's like that was what made him so cool, like pulling from his culture. Like that's what was great. So fingers crossed. It made just a quick thing, so can't judge. But
it is called Avengers Doomsday. My read of that whole thing, and we can talk, on the other show, is that times are tough for both Wakanda and Namor and the Talocan. So, this classic. This might not work out, but I was going to say the classic sign of things are tough is you grow the beard like you did, but then. I didn't want to judge you too much. I hope everything's good. You okay? Yimbo,
everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Usually, yeah. No, we're good. I'm still I'm still cleaning it up. I'll still brush it. I got the beard brush. So if all the hairs were like a lot too many strays, then you can check it on me. Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's got a nice gray. But anyway, that's Rise of the Fifth Sun. So there's people who are putting stuff out. Like the Horseman, Create a Beast, Spiro. There's new people like waiting to be in the game. I don't know really what this will mean for the landscape because there's a lot of options for people.
Yeah.
But it's not. These are all domestics. These are folks from the Americas, right? Doing this, whether it's the United States or Mexico. In the case of Jason, what he's doing, Mako. But then there's the folks overseas, and including folks doing sort of custom bits. Do you do JJK much? Jujutsu Kaisen? Is anime much on your radar?
No, not so much. I mean, like I will dabble. It depends on the property if it catches my eye, but I'll go and explore. So like, what was it? My last couple were Cyberpunk Edge Runners and
good one.
Sunabaki because I picked up the Storm Arena figures. So I was like, well, I gotta. So I was checking things out.
Did you like Sunabaki?
I have to give it more. Again, it depends. Sometimes
I was gonna say it's different. It is kind of a sport anime, but that's cool.
Which is cool because I mean, I like the story itself. So it's a matter of sometimes it's just the anime presentation doesn't always pull me in. But that's what I've heard about. Like I never watch One Piece, and it's like, well, sometimes you can dedicate a whole episode or whole book and nothing happens, but it's really, it's character development. One day. There's too much awesome out there. The last 2 years
of starting One Piece and catching up have been some of the best experience of storytelling, I will say. And I know it's a long time, but holy crap. And I don't know about you on the East Coast, but over here, man, the pop culture from these young folk is anime, manga, stuff out of Korea.
Yeah.
And so part of it as, professional research, I have to dabble in it myself.
Fair.
So, what's going on, Carlos? Good to see you. Okay, we're almost towards the end, but I just wanted to highlight this Besley Studio. There's a lot of great people. There's already some great figures out there, but when we don't get the figures we want, like Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen, there are folks like Besley Studios who are like producing top quality, great pieces that you can use to like create your own figure. And that way you don't have to like totally do an oil prints custom yourself. You can just spend oil prints money to pay for parts that other people have made for you. Shout out Mety. So
I'm very much a good put them together guy. I let other people handle the artistry, and then I can assemble.
All right, we are almost closing up here because we're gonna have to go to commercial break. But I did want to share this random piece. It's so this is a person whose work I wasn't familiar with until it crossed my feed. And so she goes by Kachuro Art, but her name it says Ian Barron. I don't know the full story, so I don't do a ton of research. It was just like, oh, these are amazing. But he does like these dolls, or they do these dolls that are like, I think beautiful. Soft goods are great. Not something I necessarily collect, but this is one of those where I'm just going to sort of look and admire. But this is from one of my favorite animes, Nausicaa. Was this early Studio Ghibli, or mid Studio Ghibli production. And I don't know, I just look at this stuff and it's pure art. Like there's the art of people doing figures that they can make for full-on production. And then there's the art of just like the one-off items that are, or, you know, limited run items that are just absolutely gorgeous. I want folks to check them out. Oh, there you go. He, him are the pronouns. Appreciate it. Based in Mexico, Ian Barron, great work. There's the Nausicaa stuff. I mean, look at that creature. I would take that in 112 any day. Like that's fighting one of my dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And then there's all sorts of other cool stuff that just want to let folks sort of go and explore.
Yeah.
And then this will be our transition, because I want to talk about that LingJiHun turtle of yours. And we'll talk about that over on your channel later. We'll do some turtle talk. But I figured I saw this guy. I was like, this is the dude that's going to battle your LingJiHun or hang out with side by side. This is the Usagi Jimbo for your Mety Toys LingJiHun turtle. It's a statue, but just the design is gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, like, I don't see any articulation.
No, 100% statue. I'm just looking at this as character interpretation and design, and completely blown away, man. I think this stuff is so just amazing.
That is spectacular.
And I would love to see somebody kind of do a take on these. So that's a bit of a tease later. What I would love to do when we talk with Chewy is to talk about that turtle and turtles in general. But I would love to pick up the conversation around indie domestic toys, like the companies we kind of quickly ran through. Yeah. But talk about some of the overseas ones like LingJiHun, particularly Mety Toys. That has gone through a couple of name changes. So that is my tease. I think it's about that time, sir, because we got to pay our sponsors. We got to take a pause, take a break. But Yimbo, I really appreciate you being on this channel and giving me the opportunity to screw the vertical video people.
I'm all mouth right now.
But we will be continuing over on your channel, after these commercial break. But at some point, whenever you've got a little bit more time, let's talk a little bit more here on the news. And but I'm looking forward to hanging out over on Yimbo Reviews Everything in a couple minutes. Yeah.
And hey, if you still have news bits, hey, keep that tab shared out, because we can always
sure. Love it.
All right. Well, a quick bathroom break. I'm gonna grab a new seltzer can. So I'll see you in the backstage. We'll be right back, everybody.
Yeah. So once this commercial goes on, I'll see you on the other side. So thank you everybody for watching. And let's pay for some stuff with some sponsors. Bye.
We'll return after these messages.
Turtles, get ready! It's an attack! A snack attack! A crunchy snack attack! On the pieces of a crunchy little pizzas! A snack attack! Pizza crunch bunga snacks! Sounds like a crunchy snack attack, dude! I take on any ninja who takes my crunchy food! Pizza crunchy bunga! Want some? Got some! Awesome! Crunchy bungas! Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell.
Splinter the Rat taught them each the ninja arts. Donatello, master of the staff. War! Leonardo, the katana blade. My God! Raphael, the sleeve. Don't throw this at home, kids! And Michelangelo, the nunchakus.
Radical! Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
From Playmates.
Fresh from the sewer and into your Nintendo Entertainment System comes Ultra's version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now you can take control of these heroes in a half shell as they nunchuck, swim, and bazooka blast their way through sewers and streets, ridding the world of rival robots, wretched ruffians, and the evil Foot Clan forever. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're out of the sewers and available where Ultra games are sold.